chickpea curry and coconut rice. So I started this recipe and it's so simple, anybody can make it. You basically start off with your coconut rice. If you're using jasmine rice, it's got that starch on it. So you're going to rinse it about 4 times. After the 4th time, you're going to let it sit in the water for about 15-20 minutes while we get the rest of our stuff together for this meal. Here's all the ingredients you're going to need for the actual curry. For the curry, we're going to get all the ingredients together. I find it's easiest to get everything chopped up and ready to go right into the pot so you're not rushing around. And the cool part is, because you're doing all of your vegetable prep now, by the time you're done with the vegetable prep and getting everything together, your rice should be ready to be put on because it's all going to cook at the same time. Now, when you're ready to get going, you take your rice and you drain it. Once it's been in there for about 15 minutes, drain the rice out and you're going to pour it right into this pot. Then you're going to take your coconut milk and pour that whole can in there. And you're going to also put in a half a cup of water. Now, water is important. It won't come out right if you don't use any water at all. And then you put a little bit of sugar, but that tablespoon of sugar helps get a nice little sweetness to it. And then a little bit of salt to taste. Then you want to stir it all together and then let it come up to a boil. Then turn that boil down to a simmer and let it cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. Now we're going to start our curry. So get a little oil in the pot, let that heat up. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your onions and your garlic and you put that in there and you let that and you stir that around. You just want to give it maybe like a minute to get a little bit of heat in it. See the pot back here with the rice still bubbling away. So we're going to stir this up real good. Stir it up and let the onions soften a little bit. Now we check on that rice, see how it's stirring, got a nice little heat to it, but you still need a little bit more time, so let it keep cooking. Just turn it down and let it sit. That's right. Now you got these onions looking really good. Pour your spices, all of your different spices. You pour all of those over the onions, and then we're gonna stir all of this up. Now, when you put all those spices in, one of the things that'll happen is you'll start to see them, start to clump together, kind of a paste type of thing. What you can do to loosen that up, put a little bit of water in there. Just a little bit, splash a little bit, splash a little bit more if it starts to clump together again. You're not going for anything serious. You just want to soften the onions a little bit more, color and marry all those flavors together. Yeah, we stir it up a little bit. Now we add the chicken stock. You'll add that 2 cups of chicken stock, or you can use chicken broth too. And I'm telling you, start smelling good. Here you got the tomatoes going in there. I use San Marzano tomatoes, those whole tomatoes. You can use the crushed variety too, but they taste good, the San Marzanos. And then of course you got your chickpeas. You pour the chickpeas in at the same time as everything else. Everything comes together really quickly, really easy. And now you stir it together. And you start using that spoon to chop up the tomato. It's so soft that it's easy to chop up. And it gives you nice little different sizes of tomato. And it comes out really good. And you got that pot on high. Well, not on high. You want to have it on medium high so it gets some heat to it, but it doesn't burn. And you're going to leave this go for about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes later, now your rice is done. You turn that heat off and just let it set up with the lid on. And now you see, look at it bubble. Look at that curry go. See, now this curry has come together. It's got a nice rolling boil. You throw your scallions in. You start stirring that around. And I'm telling you right now, it smells so good. But that's about it. I mean, this thing is all together at this point. And basically, you're stirring it around. And you're ready to serve it, pretty much. I'd let it sit for another 10 minutes, marry those flavors some more. But yeah, this is it. This is ready to go. And there you go. There's your chickpea curry and coconut rice. Now I sprinkle a little bit of Joe's stuff. It's a spice rub that I got from New Orleans, the New Orleans cooking school. Delicious. You can buy it on Amazon. It is delicious. It kicks the flavor up on just about anything you want to put on it. This chickpea curry is delicious. And you don't have to believe me. You can hear it straight from the person's mouth that I made this dish for. Nikki, what you think?
It tastes wonderful. It's nice, it's light, but it sticks to you. And now I'm thinking of all the extra stuff that I can put in it, make that pot even bigger. Some potatoes, some zucchini, some squash, and how I can make this on my own and have it all to myself.
And there you go. Go out there and make this. This thing is so easy, it's ridiculous, and it is delicious. And you don't have to believe me. Make it. Try it for yourself. Peace.